It's Virtual NAMM 2021 at Geekazine.com. Continuing coverage of NAMM 2021 Virtual, Jeffrey Powers here. I'm here with Sean of TASCAM. And, you know, I had to miss NAMM last year, so I didn't get to miss my yearly conversation with you guys. And so last time I talked, you guys had the 108i and the 20, something like that, for the units, but you've unveiled some new ones. So tell people what your role is with the company, and then let's talk about the product.
Sure. Those products you're talking about, Series 102i interface and the Series 208i interface. Mm-hmm. So my role with TASCAM is I'm the product specialist. Educating people on the products, teaching them how to use them, and just being a general knowledge base to try to get all that information out there. But yeah, we've got some, as of this year, we're unveiling a new series of interfaces. There's 3 interfaces in the series. They're called the USHR interfaces, as you can see here. So previously, we've had the US series. This is basically an upgrade to that. The HR on the end of this stands for high resolution. So bit depth and sample rate has been upped on these units. So you can now record up to 24-bit 192K audio formats with these. I'm going to pull up a separate camera here as well real quick. So you can see the full series right there. The 1x2 HR on the top. You've got dedicated XLR and dedicated 1/4-inch input on this. The 2x2 has 2 inputs, which are combo jacks, XLR 1/4-inch, and then on the bottom is the US 4x4 HR. 4 channels on there. Each channel has both XLR and 1/4-inch input. They all feature phantom power. Heavy duty metal chassis, so you can take these with you. They can take abuse if you drop them off the table, or if you are taking one of them on the road with you, to wherever that is, and things happen. So these are rugged, they're durable, high quality microphone inputs. They're great, and they're not just for musicians. They're great for content creators of all types as well. As in with all of our interfaces, we usually have proprietary control panel, control settings software that comes with these. And it's no different with the USHR series. However, with this, we do have a great feature that is a one-touch loopback audio button in that software. So what that does is routes all the audio coming through your computer through the interface. So if you're doing, say, podcasting or something like that, and you have guests on via Skype or Zoom, and you're playing music from YouTube or Spotify or whatever for this, and you want to record it all, you can just set up a channel in whatever DAW of choice that you're using, click that loopback audio, record it, and now you're recording the microphones that are going into the unit plus everything else that's coming through your computer system. So that's really great. Also, that is a great tool for game streamers like on Twitch. So you can, very fabulous for that. There's a lot of different uses for these.
Does it have the mix minus that some of these podcasters look for in a unit?
As in the TRRS jack on there, it does not.
No, the mix minus where they can the audio goes back to them without the echo.
Yes, it does have that.
Okay.
The key to that, if you're doing the loopback audio and you're recording, the key to that is to not input monitor your track. So if you're recording and you have it input monitored, you will get that echo. And that's as far as I know, with any interfaces I've used that are loopback, that's what happens. So just don't do that, and you're good.
Just don't do that, and you're good. Yes, I like that. Okay, so it looks like also support for things like OBS, and so if you're doing any type of video stuff, you can put that right in there.
Yeah, absolutely. That's another great streaming tool with that, and is absolutely supported with OBS. Just plug it in, and you're ready to go.
Okay, and of course, you guys have Cubase, which you work with.
That is correct. There's software packages that come along with our interfaces. It's the same here with the USHR series. There's some really great packages, really great software in this packages, such as, like you said, Cubase, Amplitude. So you got a whole host of different software to help with music creation.
Okay. And do the devices also work with iOS devices as well?
Yes, they do. Yeah. You need actually, let me step back on that. I'm not sure about the 4x4. On the 1x2, yeah, you can definitely get the USB-C to Lightning adapter and plug that into your iOS device and be good to go on that. Also, something I didn't mention before, these are USB-C bus powered as well. So you can just plug them in, no power supply needed. The only caveat to that is with the US 4x4 HR, if you're using phantom power, the USB-C bus power is not enough to give you 4 channels of phantom power. So you will need to plug that in with an external supply.
But all of them also do plug in as well, right? On their own?
That's correct. Yes.
Okay. So if for some reason your computer is not pushing out the bus power, then you can plug them in to make that happen.
Absolutely.
So, okay. So ultimately these are, we'll start with the 1x2, is it?
Yes.
And so that's one input or 2 inputs in. How many, what's the
Yes,
ratio?
That's 2 inputs in, as you can see here on the top. There's an XLR input and a 1/4 inch input in there.
Okay. And how does it output? I see a headphone jack, but I'm assuming there's something on the back.
Right. On the back, you have RCA and outputs on there, as well as you have 2 RCA inputs as well.
Okay. And then, of course, the USB input output technically there. What about with the other 2 units?
Sure. So you go to 1/4 inch on those 1/4 inch outputs. The 2x2 has 2 1/4 inch outputs, whereas the 4x4 has 4 1/4 inch line outputs on there, as well as the 2x2. They have MIDI input and output on them as well, so you can connect a controller to that and use software instruments as well.
So with the software, could they be used as like an auxiliary out?
With the MIDI control, with the MIDI?
No, with like the 4x4. You said that there's 4. Okay.
Right. Yes, you could do that. Yes. Okay.
Perfect. And then the software has that. The last time I used it, has the software changed in any way? The mixing console software?
No. No, well, with the USHR series, the software that goes into it is not necessarily what I would call mixing. It doesn't replicate like a mixer or a console of any sort. It's mostly just control over, say, buffer size, which you can bring all the way down to 4 samples if you want to get the most out of your processing while tracking. But also, that's where you control the loopback feature. It's just a 1 button you click, loopback goes on there. You can select whether your channels coming in are stereo or mono. Just basic settings controls. There's not an actual, say, mixer panel for this.
So no EQ, no compression or anything like that?
Right, that's correct. Not on there. The series interfaces that you mentioned earlier do have that sort of feature too, where there is a mixer, reverb, compression, EQ on there.
And that's part of the package that you get with the hardware, right?
Right. That's the control panel for the series interfaces. Okay.
Any other features that we're missing out on that you wanted to talk about?
On there, no, not really. Just the MIDI in and out on the 2x2 and 4x4, which is awesome because the part of the software package is Sample Tank, which if you're not familiar with that, is just a virtual instrument suite, and it comes with quite a few instruments, and then they're always coming out with more sample packs for that, so you can always download those and get those and have a whole host of different sounds, for your songwriting needs. With that, loopback function supports OBS up to 24-bit, 192K audio formats. We've got the Ultra HD DA microphone preamps in there. All around, it's a really great package.
Okay, perfect. Now let's switch gears here because you said that you wanted to talk about a microphone, and I went, "What?" So what microphone are you showing off?
Sure. Well, I don't physically have them here with me at the moment. We have to have beautiful photographs taken of them and everything for the release. But a lot of folks don't know that TASCAM has been making microphones for quite a while. We've got condensers. We had a drum microphone package to mic up a whole kit. We've got gooseneck condensers. We have, omnidirectional tabletop microphones. There's a lot of stuff we have. But we have 2 areas that we've not really hit before that here in the next few months, you'll see these coming out. We have the TM70 dynamic broadcast microphone. So this is going to be something very much in the vein of a Shure SM7B or say an RE20, something like that, where it's made for broadcast. And, those microphones tend to have that punchy, thick, low mid to it, and it just lends itself to that sound that we're all used to. So we're going to be having that. There you go. Pull them up on the website. Yes, this is the TM70 top address. This thing sounds great. I think that you could absolutely put this up against a SM7B and an RE20, and I think that you might have a hard time picking that out of the lineup. We got the metal chassis on here, so this is going to be very durable. It's, you're going to, if you travel around, mic things up, or, do your podcast on the road, whatever, it's going to be very durable and it's going to set to last. The other microphone that we have coming out that I'm pretty stoked about as well is the TM82, and this is also a dynamic microphone. This is more along the lines of some other classic dynamic mics that you might be familiar with, like a 57 or a 58, maybe an M80. So this is going to be a live vocal microphone that you can also use in the studio. This is also great for miking instrument cabinets or, say, snare drums. And there you go. Again, with this, we've got the metal chassis on this. So once again, it's durable. It's going to last. The price points on these are lower than what you expect. This is coming in at $50, and the TM70 right under $100. So you can, these are quality microphones. This is our 50th year in business in 2021, and we've been making microphones for a long time, as well as lots of recording gear. TASCAM definitely knows what we're doing in the field, and these are fantastic microphones. They sound great. I've not had a chance to use the TM82 on a drum kit yet, but I really want to put that on a snare top and a snare bottom and see how that sounds.
Yeah, I'd do that, but my electronic kit probably wouldn't make much sense. So,
well, you got to mix in that mesh sound, or
yeah, oh yeah, absolutely. The TM70, is that a phantom powered microphone?
No, that's a dynamic microphone. So
it's dynamic. Okay.
So not phantom power.
Whereas the other brand that you talked about has something like a cloud lifter that's needed to push out the sound. Will the TM70 need anything for help like that?
No, not at all. This is going to be coming in at a fantastic mic level right off the bat. So once you bring in your gain,
got good power to it. From the
output is where you need it to be. What would be expected of a vocal microphone?
And what's the range on that 70?
Let me see here. The frequency range specifically. Let me see.
Because I'm assuming the 84, or I'm sorry, the 82 is somewhere around 50 to 15 kilohertz.
Right. Actually, it comes in at about I think it's 38 or 40, and then cuts off at 20.
That's
and
the
then
TM70.
That's the 82.
That's the 82. Okay.
And then the TM70 is at 30 and cuts itself off at 20K. Yeah.
Okay. The 82, is that a cardioid or supercardioid?
That's cardioid pattern.
It's cardioid. Okay. So good noise rejection. So if a musician wanted to use it as a vocal mic, it would work pretty well.
Yes.
Okay. And what about the TM70? How's that work?
So the TM70 is actually a supercardioid. So that's great, especially with, broadcast, you want that as focused as possible. It's so in the, being supercardioid, the off axis rejection on that is going to really just, naturally filter out any sort of, ambient noise. Some of the, kind of comes with a package. It comes with a mic holder, a desktop stand, and an XLR cable with that as well. So if you do, if you go with the TM70, it's going to come to you ready to set up and just use and start broadcasting. The frequency range on that, it's nice. I mean, you've got on the low frequencies, you've got a nice smooth roll off that's going to be natural sounding. And then you've got the bumps and some natural places where you'd expect it. Like there's a slight bump in the low mids, and then there's a little bit of a bigger bump in the high mids. Without adding, sibilance to your vocal. You're going to see that drop off before the 7K point where you're going to get hissy, S's on that. And then there's a nice subtle roll off up to 20K as well. So it's a very natural sounding microphone.
Okay. Wow. Okay. So we got microphones. We got mixers to put the microphones in. Let's talk about prices to get it all into your shop there. How much are we looking at?
Sure. All right. So, like you're saying on the prices here for the microphones, your broadcast microphone, your TM70, $99. And again, these microphones aren't out just yet. With everything that's happened in the last year, there's been, a lot of delays for a lot of people. No difference here. So I believe the TM70 is slated to be released in March, with the TM82, which clocks in at $49, to be released in April of this year. And so those are nice, budget-friendly alternatives to some of the more mainstream microphones that are in their areas. And then with the USHR series, let me see here. I have a hard time remembering these price points on these ones.
That's why you got a computer in front of you, right?
I know, it absolutely is. Let me see. Well,
if you don't have them right away, it's not a big deal.
It's okay. All right. So the TASCAM US 4x4, $199.99. That's great preamps, just great build quality, a lot of versatile features that you have there for under $200. The 2x2, $149.99, and finally the 1x2 comes in at $99.99. Okay. So you could get a broadcast package here on the low end for $200. Be ready to just come home, plug it into your computer, and start broadcasting right then and there.
Do some podcasting, record some music, or whatever, or do both.
Exactly.
Start a podcast about recording music. How's that?
Yeah, there you go.
So lots of great options there. So TASCAM.com for all your information.
That is correct. TASCAM.com will get you everything you need.
All right, perfect. Sean, thank you very much. Awesome to see TASCAM at NAMM, of course, every single year. I can't wait till we get back together and we can actually have this conversation in person. And we'll try and get some stuff into the shop and do some reviews on there. So once again, thanks a lot to Sean. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll be in touch. Thanks, Jeffrey. Much appreciated. Have a good one.
Thanks a lot for watching this video by Geekazine. If you're over on geekazine.com or youtube.com/Geekazine. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, hit the bell notification so you know when the next video comes out. Until next time, you guys geek out and take care.